For so much of my life, I tried really hard to keep everything the same. I avoided change at all costs, even when circumstances or situations I found myself in were extremely unhealthy for me. There was a moment last fall that I actually thought to myself, I've already experienced all the happiness that life has to offer me, and there's nothing left for me to look forward to. That thought alone made me question as to why on earth I would think something so pessimistic about my life. How could I possibly believe that nothing good was ever going to happen to me again? As I pondered these thoughts, I began to realize that I was spending my day-to-day just trying to maintain a life that I wasn't even happy with. And the only reason I was choosing to do so was because it brought me some level of comfort in knowing exactly what to expect each day. Once I came to terms with the choices that led me to that point, I made a promise to myself that I would learn to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, to lean into change instead of always trying to run away from it, and to make changes by my own accord instead of waiting for life to just happen to me. I've spent this entire year simplifying my life down to the bare necessities. To say that the last 9 months of my life have been uncomfortable is a complete understatement. There hasn't been a single moment that's felt even remotely certain, and if I'm being totally honest, I can't even remember what familiar even feels like anymore. I've come to learn that uncertainty feels so scary because we're struggling to put meaning to whatever changes are taking place. I've noticed that we often have the tendency to over-glorify our past experiences the moment that we begin to feel overwhelmed by change. Whether it's a relationship, job, living situation, or life circumstance, as soon as we change something about our lives, we'll start to reminisce about how easy things used to be, while completely overlooking the fact that we long outgrew those things. And so as humans, our default setting is to try and put things back to the way that they were in order to feel safe again. This has taught me that we are the ones who give meaning to life, not the other way around. If we see change as bad, we'll look for all the evidence to prove to ourselves that, see, I knew this was going to be a terrible idea. But if we see change as an opportunity to grow and learn something new, we'll start to get curious and find all kinds of reasons to feel inspired by the inevitable changes that are taking place. I believe that one of the biggest obstacles that keep us from leaving our comfort zone is our fear of failure. I grew up in a household where I was expected to be a high achiever in order to gain my mother's love and approval. What this did was program me from a very young age to be a perfectionist, to always hold myself up to impossibly high standards, and any time I didn't meet the bar that I had set for myself, the worse I felt about myself and my ability to succeed in life. I've learned that failure and making mistakes are a very necessary part of life. They are the epitome of growth and evolution. In fact, there's no such thing as success without failure. I used to get super frustrated when things didn't work out as planned. However, the contrast between the success and failure is exactly what allows us to experience the excitement of something finally working out, oftentimes even better than what was originally imagined. Without making mistakes, we never learn what works and what doesn't. But when we give ourselves room to be messy and to make mistakes, we get to learn where we can make adjustments and improvements next time, which will only bring us that much closer to success, even if it still takes us several tries to get there. I'm learning that discomfort is motivation, and it's also not something that we can avoid, even if we try to plan out every little detail of our lives. Life is unpredictable, and I've noticed that anytime I think I've got the perfect plan in place, there's always some curveball that flies in out of left field to shake up the foundation of everything I thought I knew to be true. And so instead of fearing change and trying to control every aspect of my life, I ask myself, what opportunities is this change presenting in order for me to grow? Every time I get curious with life, I open myself up to so much more knowledge and wisdom that was already there all along. It just took me becoming present enough to perceive it. I'm also learning that even the most exciting chapters of our lives are still going to be incredibly scary. There's no predicting the future, and even if we get super close to hitting the nail on the head, there will still be plenty of unexpected twists and turns along the way. I believe that the greatest changes of our lives take place when we're our most uncomfortable. I also believe that every day is an opportunity to make a new choice. So we can either choose the same outcome day after day, or finally take a leap outside of our comfort zone and pray to a higher power that everything works out best possible outcome. Because bravery is not the absence of fear, it's cultivating the courage to act in spite of it. I honestly have no idea where this next chapter of my life is leading me, but I feel pretty relieved to let go of control and just trust that life knows exactly what it's doing amidst all the change that's taking place. What's something that you've always wanted to do, but keep holding yourself back out of fear of the unknown? Let me know in the comments down below. And remember that mistakes are the only way that we learn, grow, and evolve. So rather than waiting for that perfect storm, create your own weather, blow in the breeze, and get all of those mistakes out of the way now, so that you can enjoy whatever it is that you have your sights set upon sooner. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're interested in working together, I offer personal growth counseling sessions for those of you seeking one-on-one support. I also offer videography and photography services for spiritual-based people, brands, artists, and businesses. And I also have a nature print shop for anyone who would like to enjoy a piece of my art in their home or office, which is a great way to support me and my channel while receiving a little something tangible in return. All of the links are down below in the description box, and please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you very soon.